What is going on, everybody? Man, investing with Rod, Lisa J. Stocks in the building, man, in the building. And I apologize. It is all my fault. We're not late. I'm late. I'm late. We're not late. Um, Took a little baby nap, and man, investing. And what I want to talk about tonight is teenagers. How, well, not what I want to talk about, what we want to talk about. And I'm gonna pretty much let Lisa run the show. But what is it that we can do for our teenagers to get them going in the right direction, to start investing, to not save, to not put money in a savings account, but what can we get our teenagers to do to invest and put money up for them? So, Lisa, we got Lisa J. Shot. Y'all, we got the queen of investing in the house tonight, the queen of investing. Lisa, what's going on, sister? How you doing? I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm like,
I'm
y'all,
doing good.
Lisa just got in my butt, y'all. I didn't know she could fuss at me like that. So what's going on, Lisa? What's going on?
Rod, what are you saying to the people over there about me? Listen, I'm doing well. Let's get started with our topic of the day, raising teenagers with good financial literacy. So, I think there is a lot of can we is anybody in the chat? I don't know. I'm looking at
Yeah,
the phone. Um
we got
so
seven. I'm seeing seven on my side. I know we have Meet and I, Conscious Business. We got my sister Charlene in here. We
oh,
have
okay.
Nightbot in here. So
I see now. I see now. I had it on the private chat.
yeah,
So yeah, I think there's so many elements to it, from understanding the value of money to just instilling a good money mindset in our young people. And we come from a lot of us come from a day and age and different households where we didn't talk about these things, like kids were kept in their place, and you weren't going to let them know about how much the bills were and stuff. But we have to find a balance of being able to incorporate that type of information, because I'm not trying to let my daughter just be 20 years old and she doesn't have any idea about any of this. So
that's one of the things, Lisa, that impressed me about you when I first came to your channel. One of the first things I heard you talk about was, I'm investing for my daughter. I'm investing for my daughter. And you just asked me backstage. Yes, I have grandchildren, and I haven't really put them in that mix of investing for them. I know I was talking to my oldest daughter a couple of nights ago, and she was like, one of the things that still stick with her is that I purchased some Disney stock for her.
mhm.
She was younger, um, and when I heard you say, "I'm investing for my daughter," that just, it blew me away. It blew me
Mhm.
away. So if you don't, and this, y'all, this is not an interview. We One of the things Lisa said, we didn't even prepare for this. No, we didn't. we
Right?
did. We didn't. We Because I just shoot from the hip. Y'all know me. I just shoot from the hip. But when you, what made you start investing for your daughter? If you don't mind me asking.
Because my money mindset was in that place. There's no reason why my money is in a high yield savings account. I'm making sure that my money is invested. Every dollar that I have, I'm making sure that it's maximized, it's growing at its the best potential that I can find for it. So her money has to be doing the same. So
Mm.
that's so her money it wasn't just going to be about a savings account for my daughter. It wasn't going to be definitely not a savings account at the local bank. It was going to be the exact same thing that I'm doing for myself. So with that, I had to set her up. She has a high yield savings account. She has money in a CD. She has a UTMA account. She has a Fidelity Youth account. Ever since she doesn't have her, I don't give it to her yet, but she's been on my credit cards for many, many years now so that I can establish her credit in that way also. So I'm just trying to just give her the a step up in order to make sure that her credit score is going to be on point and everything is just going to be ready for her when especially the knowledge, whether it's investing. I'm always trying to teach her little things as the day goes along, how to make sure to keep up with your car maintenance and things like that. I'm always trying to talk to her and instill these things in her.
Wow. Wow. And she accepts this. She doesn't get like she doesn't battle with you with this.
Well,
She
listen, because she hadn't. I've been doing her investing for her for a while now. As it was coming to the end of the school year, it was kind of hard to catch her sometimes between, the 9:30 and 4 when the market is open.
Mhm.
So I had been doing her fractional share investing for her at Fidelity. But the other day, now that it's summer and I was here in the daytime, I said, "Hey, you have to come here." She had about $97 in her account. I said, okay, come here and sit down. You're going to do the investing. So on that particular day, she had to invest $50. And then she got the remaining money, what was transferred over to her debit card.
Wow. And I like the fact, and I see Tate Eats just came here. We got your favorite couple. We have Meet and and Tate Eats. I interviewed her not long ago, and I never knew that she was into um,
Stocks and options.
options.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And she's a mom.
How did you know? How did you know that?
Because she's been to my channel and Prez's channel before.
Oh, see, and y'all.
And I've asked her to share about that, but she doesn't share about that online, about options trading.
Yeah, she won't. And y'all, like when I hear Lisa talk about options, and I know we're going from options to her child to my grandkids. We're all over the place, and I'm gonna scale this back in a second. But one of the things that I am not good at is I don't know options. I'm still trying to learn options, and I'm gonna watch Lisa. I'm gonna tap into Keenan Grace's Discord because they they impress me, yo. The Lisa impressed me from day one. She impressed me from day one. So, uh, man, I
Yeah,
gotta.
that's a whole nother topic, Rod. We're gonna work on that one though. But
So conscious business. Hold up, real quickly. She said when I was showing my son how to invest on Robinhood, he went he went after I and started investing on different cryptos. Like I was crying, like I was like, oh my god, level out. We'll get back to it with him. Thanks for this reminder, sis. Yes.
mhm, mhm.
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm reading a little slow. Y'all. Literally, I just woke up, but that's we. And I'm gonna say it right now. As African Americans, I feel like we don't teach our children the foundation of investing. Like Lisa said earlier, we'll talk about savings accounts, we'll talk about CDs, we'll talk about
My
or I'm sorry,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
the way I was taught, put money under the mattress, but we don't talk about like when I watch every Sunday, y'all, I watch Lisa and Prez at 2 p.m. Central Time. I watch Lisa and Prez Investor every Sunday, and I learn something every Sunday, and that's what we need to we need to get into. What am I going to learn? What am I learning? Am I learning something today? Am I or they're not just talking. They're not just speaking. They're teaching people. And I'm talking about Lisa. I'm not talking about Rod. I'm not talking about investing with Rod. I'm talking about me going to another channel and gravitating towards them and learning from them. And I think that's what we need to continue to do. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm going to learn from Rod. I'm going to learn from Lisa. I'm going to learn from Prez." There's several people out here that look like me, that look like Lisa, that are teaching people how to invest. And Lisa, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit.
Right. So when you were saying, about savings, high yield savings accounts, I think that that is something I also like to keep on talking about because I think a lot of people are not even doing that yet. They're still using the local brick and mortar closest bank that they can get to down the road, which might be Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo. I don't know, whatever you have in your area. And the rates are not what you can accomplish by just changing your mindset on that and moving to an online bank, for example, Ally or I use Discover or something like that. And that's another thing that I went over with my daughter the other day. She when I made her do her investing at Fidelity, I showed her, I believe her interest, her APY there on the uninvested cash is 4.97%. So she has to have an understanding of, okay, even though we it took us a minute to get around to investing our $50 and moving that money to her debit card, while it was there, it was still earning money that it wouldn't be if it was over at Bank of America. So
Mm.
I want her to understand all of these little things that I'm doing to make sure to maximize um, every bit of money that we have. And I told her it might not be a huge amount. I might be talking about 5 cents a day versus 3 cents for the month, but I'll take 5 cents a day instead of that.
Wow. Lisa, if you don't mind me asking, and hopefully I'm not overstepping my boundaries here. How old is your daughter?
My youngest daughter is 16.
Oh my God. And she's doing all this stuff?
Right, I'm telling you, she has to. She has to know how to do her investments. And okay, so are you? I don't know. Yes, she's doing this. She's doing
Well,
this, and
no, 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 no. Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't be, oh, well, right. I don't know. No, talk to me. If you have a
um,
question, talk to me.
no, I don't have a question. I just don't know what to say. Like this it's not just since I had my channel. It's prior to me having the channel. I've only had my channel for a year and a half where I've been sharing this, but this is something that I would say definitely since 2020, I really have, um, yeah, around that time, it really is a daily part of life. We have to do better with our money. We have to, I'm out here, I'm looking for properties to buy. I'm trying to do better with my investments. I'm trying to plan for myself so that I can retire early. So with that, and like I said, when I had gotten laid off for the second time, before the pandemic came around, and it just had me in a mindset of I have to do better. We have to do better. We don't know what can happen. And then to go through that a second time with the layoff and then go through lockdown and all of that, it really made my mindset change. So with that, I'm saying I'm talking about a lot of other things. We're supposed to be talking about teenagers learning about money,
No,
but
we're fine
this
because I'm gonna get into the
this
teenagers.
changed her. This all of the things happened changed her mom into a different person. And I'm still changing and evolving. But with that, I said, so I was really getting back on my feet again with what happened. So I did get stimulus money, and I got stimulus money for her during that time frame. So that's a lot. That's what I used to get her investment, some of her investment accounts, and to put into the CD. Some of that money came from her stimulus money because I was able to continue working from home, 100% working from home for a long stretch of time. So, but I was working. I didn't have any interruption with work during those years.
And so your daughter is 16
Mhm.
and stimulus money. And I love hearing that because you put the stimulus money into her future. If I'm hearing this correctly, you put
Mhm.
that, and we are, like Lisa just said, we are going to get into teenage savings. I know we may be kind of all over the place right now, and I'm gonna share my screen here in a minute, and I've been pulling up some stuff, um, but to hear a mother, to hear a mother that teaches her daughter or her son how to move in that financial direction, that y'all, that motivates me. I'm, and this is why I kind of started off with the Lisa. What about your daughter, Lisa? What about this? Because that motivates me. This young lady, this young lady, and I'm speaking of her daughter, is not going to have to worry about anything because her mother is setting her up in the right direction. And y'all, if I'm wrong, please tell me. But her mother is setting her up in the right direction to be the best woman she can be, and to teach her offspring the same thing. So I'm just I'm impressed. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
y'all. I'm impressed. So, and one thing I do want to show y'all, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and I want to show y'all, and we're gonna use Lisa's daughter for example. We're gonna use her daughter for example, and make sure I have, make sure I'm looking at it. Yep. So 16 years old. We gonna say 67. That's the age she planned to retire. She's 16. She started with $100. Lisa, we gonna go. Well, we'll leave it at 100 and 11% interest. And Lisa is a huge investor with VTI and some of the ETFs that are out there. There are, we're not trying to make 60% interest. VTI, the average uh, ETF or average stock market over so many years has been pretty much 11%. So we're going to go ahead and calculate this. I'm going to calculate this. Do y'all see that? Do you? Let me make sure my screen, $2.9 million, starting at 16, investing $100 a month, starting with 100, and obviously if we do 50, it's going to be half of that. 2.9 million. Can it? I don't know anybody. I don't know anyone right now with $2.9 million. I don't know anyone. Anyone. I don't know anyone. And this, woman is teaching her child as a teenager, and maybe every month it may not be $100 every month. It may be $100 this month, $50 the next month, 25. And I can go in here and I could break it down, and I could do different scenarios, which I'm not gonna take y'all time to do that. But let's just say $100 a month. If she's working, if the young man or the young lady is working $100 a month, 2.9 million. Don't I don't even know what to say right now. Two, I'm sorry, Lisa. Go ahead. Go ahead. I hear
The
you.
the investment calculator, it's not this is the real deal. All you have to do is come up with a plan. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be flexible like Rod is saying, $100, maybe 50. No, let's try our best to come up with a plan, a dollar amount, and stick to it. And you don't have to overwhelm yourself. You can break this out. Use your investment calculator, figure out 5 years, 10 years. He brung us all the way to 67, 67 years old. But I think that people are not giving their investments a chance. They're not being consistent for a length of time in order to see the results. What you just shared, I mean, I have my head around it, but I think some people watching are like, yeah, right, Um, can that really be accomplished? The power of compound interest really does all of that. And I want people to give it a try. You can't look at it after a month and think you're going to see some drastic results, but stick to it. Let, 50, 60, 70 weeks pass by and just keep building and just stay consistent. But yeah, we have to I think it has to be a priority that you have to pay yourself first and not let other things get in the way, and be flexible with, oh, okay, the one thing that's going to not get paid this month is my investments. So
Lisa, I have a question for you. I know how I feel, but let's just say some months you can't do 100. Let's just say some months you do 25, some months you do 50, some months you do 12. Do you, as Lisa J Stocks, do you get excited every month when you make an investment? Do you get excited?
do I get excited when I make my investments? Um, certain ones, certain,
I be joking around with my questions. She be like, "Oh, do I get excited?"
certain times I do. I think I got a little excited this morning when I was getting some Nvidia under $100 because I didn't know if that day was going to happen. I didn't know if things had gotten away from me and I wasn't going to be able to catch it at that price. But yeah,
See, you impressed on Sunday. You said on Sunday you wish you could have caught Nvidia at 103.
I did say that, and I got it
And
under.
I saw
I
it
got
today
it.
at 100. And guess who bought some Nvidia today? Your boy bought some today, thanks
Oh,
to Lisa J. I said, oh boy, so it's not even 103, it's $100.
yeah,
Yeah.
when I was on Prez's live this morning, Tim was in the chat and he was like, "Lisa, Nvidia's at the price you want it," and I was like, "Yeah, I know, Tim." So I ran over there. So
And
and the
you know, it's people like you and Prez. And I'm gonna say something, y'all. We when we look at YouTube, we look at numbers. We look at subscribers. We look at I I had a better channel when I had like 1,400 subscribers. I love watching Prez. I love watching Prez. I love watching Lisa. Now Lisa's growing. Lisa's in the fast lane. She's growing. But I love watching her and Prez because it's and I know we're talking about investing for teens, but we're not talking about watching these big people, these big content creators. We're talking about watching everyday average people, and I'm impressed with Prez. I'm impressed with Lisa, and I love Prez, man. Y'all have no idea. I love Lisa too, but Prez just cause it just from a dude standpoint, he just be breaking it down. Like Lisa's my sister in investing, but when I hear Prez, I be like, man, he break it down like I break it down. Like it's no certain thing. It's no certain way to say it. It's kind of hard. I can't even get my words right. Uh, Somebody said, "Well said, Tay." I got hold up, man. Lisa, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna let you talk because it's a bunch of man. Hey, Tay. If you call me Rob again, you better turn that B around and put the booty in the back. You better turn that B around and make it a Rob. You call me Rob, oh Lord, have mercy. Uh, but so go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
So another thing I wanted to touch on is with talking about money and the investments, credit cards and stuff, is that sometimes I'm talking to adults and they don't want the adults around them to know how much money they have in savings and investing and stuff, because the mindset of the adults that are in their lives is that they're ready to spend the money. So I want to instill in my daughter, that just because you have investments, you don't have to sell your investments. You don't have to max out your credit cards. I want to be able to share the numbers with her and she not be overly excited by them and have an understanding of the meaning of it so that, she can manage large amounts of money. So, if you know what I mean, Rod.
Yeah, I do. So I know you're doing the investing thing, and you got your daughter into credit cards. Um, do you happen to use, say, cashback credit cards, say Discover It or uh,
I have a Bank of America a cash rewards card, and I do use other points type of rewards cards.
but do you teach her to say take those that cash back and invest it?
Well, we haven't gotten to that yet because right now she only has a debit card with her
Okay,
Fidelity Youth account.
okay.
She's on my credit cards, but I don't physically, she doesn't carry the credit card yet. So, but it's just about the numbers. I want her to know you have money in the CD, but I don't want her to have a mindset of when I need something, I'll just have to sell my investments or I'll just have to get rid, I want her to know we still have to work. We still have to build upon these things. The money in the CD, I have money in the CD because I wanted some of her money to be accessible when we needed things. Like right now, car expenses might be coming up for her and things like that in the next year or so. But um we just need to just be able to be cool about what you have, because I think there's adults that if you gave them 10,000 or $15,000, they wouldn't even know how to manage it. They wouldn't know how to handle it.
Uh, I gotta acknowledge this. Hey Buzz, I saw your comment. He said, "Rod, have you started reading engaging with your commenters yet?" Miss Lisa, please tell your boy to start responding
Mhm,
to his
mhm.
comments. And Buzz, I saw your comments, and I have 4 channels, and I get to the comments as I can. I did see your comments, and I did see your comment about the comments. Um, and yes, I will make sure I get to your. Matter of fact, I'll answer your comments tonight. I'll make sure I do that. So, but now going back to you, Lisa, with your daughter. Um, is she? Does she ever talk to her friends about investing? Like my mom got me investing. Like,
Mm, I don't know
yo,
if I don't know if they talk about necessarily investing, but she was at the mall this weekend and she said, or a few days ago, and she said like her two of her friends are working summer jobs. She's actually not working a summer job right now. So they got paid. Her friends got paid and they had a plan on how much they were going to be spending at the mall and how much they were going to be saving. So and she was encouraging them to make sure to stick with their plan on how much they were going to spend and how much was going to be, say, and going into savings for later in the month and getting ready for back to school and whatever else they needed. So
now I do have a question, Lisa. Just I know we're talking about teens investing. Your daughter is 16. I think I started investing when I was about 21, 22. Um, what can you, let's just say you and I as content creators, what can we do to continue to make our youth want to invest? I mean, I know I watch you and I watch prayers, and I'm only speaking of you and prayers because y'all really motivate me. Um, but what can we do to make our young adults continue to want to invest? I mean, do we continue to talk about the Nvidias or the Googles? What can we do? What can we do?
I think what you were sharing there with the investment calculator, I think that's the big picture of you work, you have to make your money grow, and we have to find different avenues to do that. And then, that's what I told my daughter. I told her everyone's job path is not going to be the same. Everyone doesn't go to college. Everyone is not going to earn money in the same way. But just like the last time we spoke, you have to make more money. That's what I try to talk to her about. She sometimes brings me like a little business card or something that one of her friends has, say like a body butter product or a lip gloss or different things that they might be making. And I said, this is great that they have this little business. I'm sure that they have a mindset of whatever they use to buy the materials, they have to make sure that they're creating a product that's going to earn them more. And on top of that, maybe they have a regular, a different on the books 9 to 5 job. So I just want to instill in her that we need to look at these things. It's the visuals for me right now. I think that's the way you can get someone started in seeing the big picture of you invest over time and your money grows like this. You spend all of your money and then what are you going to have in the future? Or you put your money, like you said, in a book, in a folder under the bed or at the local bank, and it's not going to be growing. So I don't know any other way of an incentive of, you earn money, but you have to make sure that that money is working as hard as possible. And it's not you, and by investing it and putting it into different investments that potentially will grow by 40%. I know that we're talking about our ETFs, but I have several investments in my portfolio, and I'm not talking 20 years ago. I'm talking a few years ago that are up 40%. Amazon, Apple, um, Google, those my investments, they're up over 40%, sometimes 50. Right now, everything is down, but
Oh,
but
don't
not
remind me. Oh my
significant.
God, I looked today and I almost passed out. Almost
But
passed.
it's not significant to me because if I look at the day, yes, it's significant, but I'm looking at my investments as a whole. And, I'm willing to obviously buy more right now is what I'm focusing on. So that's another thing I want to, continue to talk to her about. Like we are going to be going through a rough few months. The economy is, the stock market is, but it's an opportunity. So
Can we talk to these young adults? And when I say we, I'm talking about the Rods, the Lisas, the Prezes, the parents.
We can try. Will they listen? I don't know.
I think they will. I think they will. I think they'll listen to us. But can we talk to them about when you go to, like, one of the things that got me when it came to investing was ownership. I was a owner. I owned Google. I owned some Amazon. I owned some Microsoft. Can we get them in this mindset? Hey, you're a owner. You may not be a big owner, but you're an owner. Can we you think we can do that?
I think that everybody's different. That might resonate with one person and not so much with another. I don't think I sit around thinking like, oh, I'm a part owner of Google or Amazon or
You know,
I just like seeing my investments going up. But everybody, you are a parent, you are a granddad, so you know how it is. Every child is different, every person is different. So I don't know.
see, like me, I guess I fooled myself because I'm like, hey, I'm an owner of Google. And I am, but I'm not a major owner. I'm not a I can't make corporate decisions for the company or anything. But I fool myself, and I I wouldn't say fool myself, but I tell myself, hey, I'm an owner. And yeah, I love Lisa because Lisa be like, I don't know if this will work for these kids. I,
So I see Gwendolyn in the chat is sharing that she has an account open for her 15-year-old. I think that's great.
and well, let me read this. Prince, I'm totally transparent with my children. They've seen me lose everything and build from the ground up. I tell them not to be like I was, but better than I was. And
Mhm.
I, if y'all, not so much on this channel, but if you follow me on Points Blank Travel, my flagship channel, I tell people I've been on Mount Everest and I've been in the Grand Canyon. I've lost it all. I've lost it all. And I can relate to what Prez is saying. And I'm gonna go to what Gwendolyn said. And I love it. I constantly preach him to pray to pay yourself first.
Mhm.
And I think I probably missed some stuff here. And y'all, I apologize if I'm skipping around in the chat. Good evening, Conscious Business. And yo, we got my sister in here, Charlene from Conscious Business. We've done some collaborations together. Uh, see, y'all gonna make me cry. I love it. Why is Prayers gonna cry, Lisa? Why is Prayers gonna cry?
I don't know. He just wants attention. He's fine.
Yo, Lisa be on prayers, man. She be on prayers.
What do
Uh,
you mean?
you be on prayers, and y'all prayers the investor. Y'all check him out. Check out Lisa J Stocks, man. I'm telling you, whether they're rocking individually or they're collaborating and doing their Sunday live streams, they are phenomenal. Uh, my teenage, my teenager was very interested with the idea of dividend investing in those corporations, CEFs, ETFs that share profits. I gave him $200 and told him to research and choose one himself. Well, Buzz, what did he choose? I'm curious because I could tell you right now if you
He
ask
gave us the answer. You see it? I'm
uh,
not familiar with the DX.
a cousin, hold on, what? I'm moving to some will listen. I have a talk to my 60-year-old niece. about investing. She got yo, and y'all, I gotta. She gonna bust my head wide open. But the reason I came up with this topic was because of why I love to motivate. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that topic. And then when I came up with the topic, Lisa said, "Hey, let's do this topic together." And I'm like, "Okay, well, good, good." Uh, from a dad, so it's a go. Okay, Buzz. He chose Dynex, and it pays him around. I don't know what that is. So Lisa, I have a question. I have a question for you. I'm gonna ask you two questions actually. Uh, what's your top dividend stock? I think I know, but I always like to ask because I
What
think
do you mean by top? What
the
pays me the
one that
most?
pays you the most money, the one that you're most interested in.
It's probably realty income,
Really?
I think. Why? What did you think?
You asked me that. You asked me that. I thought you were going to say Main Street
Main
Capital.
Street Capital. Um, I'm pulling up my spreadsheet. I definitely, let's see, Main Street. No, so far this year, my Main Street is at 58, $157. Yeah, Realty Income is definitely my highest paying dividend. I have over 100 shares on Realty Income, so that's gonna be my highest. I have less than 50 shares on Main Street Capital, so
So, y'all, I know we're talking about teen investing, but
and I
so
will run down what my daughter's investments are in primarily too,
yeah,
quickly.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that
You
before
wanna
I
hear
ask
that?
my question. I want
So
to hear you.
I do 80%. Well, we do. She does it too. Um, we do 80% ETF and then we do 20% into individual stocks. But yes, I don't have much else to say about it. It's just a basic VTI, VOO, and then Apple, Home Depot, Tesla. Those are some of her blue chip stocks that are her other 20%. And she has an understanding. She understands what's in VTI. She understands the S&P 500, and she knows why more money goes there than into, for example, Tesla. She sees what goes on with Tesla because I show her that because it's very volatile, you know?
So as a parent, as a parent or a guardian, even if we, and I'm speaking of Rod and Lisa right now, even if we don't know or don't understand stocks, how can we teach our offspring? How can we teach our nieces and nephews? How can we teach our kids this?
Well, I mean, we can't teach anybody. When we know better, we do better. So first things first. If you have to build up your knowledge, you got to take that step first. If you got to build up your credit score and you're not able to obviously add someone onto your account because your credit score is not in the right place, then you got to focus on that. But even if it's just the knowledge, if even if, not everyone is going to have thousands of dollars to put into an account or $50 a month or whatever it is. Not everyone is going to have that in order to do for their children. They need to focus on investing for their own retirement. But when you have it together, then you can at least pass on the knowledge and give them the skill set so that they have the money mindset that we're trying to talk about here in this live stream. So am I
So
answering?
yeah, you answered it. So basically, I want to make sure I understand. And Lisa, please correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all, we as adults need to put ourselves in a position to educate our offspring. Our offspring could be our children, it could be our nephews, our nieces, our cousins, we need to put ourselves in a position to to educate these people. Um, and again, Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong. Um, I personally taught myself stocks and crypto and credit cards and points and miles, but I would have rather someone teach that to me. I would have rather my parents had that knowledge to teach that to me, and they really did. They did.
Yeah, but did they know better? Did they know better, or do they still not to this day understand the power of investing and the different things that we're talking about today?
I don't.
And did they have go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
There's just so many elements to it. Like, so many people when they get a raise, what do? They're upgrading the car, they're spending more money, they're traveling more, and they're not I want to try to, okay, say my daughter, if you're earning 70,000, live off of 60. You're earning 80, still live off of 60. You're earning 90, still live off of 60. Like just little things like that. These are the kind of conversations that I want to try to have and try to show her. It may not be that extreme, but you got to make sure that you're not getting yourself overextended if you don't want to have to work until
What does prayer say? If you don't make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. Hey, yo, I when you get a raise, and Lisa is saying it right now, when you get a raise, that don't mean go buy a new car. It don't mean go get the best car or newer car. Stay with the car you got. When you get a raise, won't
and,
you
and raise the 401k, raise that by 1 or 2%.
raise the investment? Raise the investment.
Mhm. But multiplying money is a skill, and it's a skill that, like you said from the start of the show, that many of us just don't have, so or didn't have until now, and we need to just continue to develop this skill.
Well, you said it, I didn't. I said it too, but
Do
yo,
you disagree?
I know I totally agree. I mean,
Uh,
when you I've had the fancy cars, I've had the jewelry, I've had I have two Rolexes, I have 25 watches. But at the end of the day, none of that means anything to me.
mhm.
None of it, because when I'm broke, I can't. I can, but I can't really go back to that. I need to. I want to build. We hear so many people right now talking about generational wealth, and oh, yeah, but really, are we building generational wealth if we're constantly spending money?
Yeah.
No.
And you were also in the military, right?
Yes, I did
Oh,
20
I mean,
years, 26 days.
yeah. Okay. So, I mean, with that, you put in work, you got yourself in a place where you have benefits, and and now you're in a different stage of life, and you are over here showing people, just like you're saying, me and Prez, you are an encouragement to your community. So as we know better, we are trying to do better and bring everyone else along with us.
When I was and if I have, it's been a long time since I brought this up, but I joined the military because I was at my wit's end. I didn't I had no more choices. I was out of options. Um, and it's crazy because I went to a HBCU. I went to University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and you had to take ROTC as a male if you went to that college.
Okay.
And I was totally against it. Totally against it. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not trying to be in the military. And where did I end up? I ended up exactly where I said I wasn't trying to be.
Hmm.
Uh, and I had a chance, I had an opportunity to change lives. I influenced and I changed lives. I changed male and females' lives. I inspired them. I took my shortcomings and I built them up, and it ended up being the best thing I could have ever done. It and you know when I um,
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I mean, I think it's a great thing to serve your country as well as I think it gives you some stability later in life with, the benefits that you get from being doing that type of service for our country.
you know what the crazy part, Lisa, it wasn't even the country. Yeah. I mean, I defended the Constitution of the United States and all that, but it was more so the young men and young women that I to this day I'll get a email or I'll get a text or I'll get a voicemail or something like that, and it was like, "Hey, Rob, you changed my life. Rob, you 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 put me in this position," or and it's like, "Yo, man, for real? Wow!" And that's probably the most important thing that I experienced in that whole situation. Um, but what I want to say right now is what Lisa, the content creators that are out here, whether they're talking about stocks or investing, whether they're talking about traveling, the Lisas, the Prezes, the your favorite couples, the meeting eyes. Um, I want people to be able to see that we we have a bigger picture. We may be doing, Lisa J Stocks may be Lisa J Stocks. Okay, she's Lisa J Stocks. But when I hear her and what she's doing for her daughter, that motivates, excuse my language, that motivates the hell out of me. When I hear prayers talk, and I've heard him talk about his child once or twice, but that just what he's saying, it motivates me, and I want people to start. What can we do to motivate other people? What can we do to motivate our younger generation? What can we do to bring our younger generation up to a different level? So that's where I am.
Mhm.
That's where I am. I think I lost some people here. I got too deep. But and Lisa, I'll let you. I know you're not a all night live streamer, so I'll let you say what you have to say to get ready to close us out.
Okay, well, we didn't really get deep into the topic, But
Let's
guys,
get
I
deep into
want
the
you
topic.
to. Hmm?
Let's get deep into the topic. Go ahead.
Well, like you said, it's late on a Monday night. I don't know who's gonna ever. But no, one thing that I did want to touch on that we didn't talk about, because I've said, I didn't mention some of my daughter's accounts that she has, but and when my daughter got started with her Fidelity Youth account, which is for teenagers starting at age 13, they gave her $50 to start her account. So that was a nice little bonus too. But so there's a few different type of accounts. Most there are IRAs for children, but the child has to have earned income in order to have that. So most likely, unless your child is an actress or model or a big YouTube star or something, some type of child star, they may not have earned income at the young ages. So I usually focus on talking about maybe a 529 plan or a UTMA account, something like that, that you can get started with investing on your child's behalf. And then that will be turned over to the child when they become the age of maturity in your particular state. So right now, the two accounts that I'm using that allow for investing for my daughter are her Fidelity Youth account and her UTMA account. She does not have a 529 plan, which is just tied to education expenses. But if you feel that that's the path that you want to go, you can also explore that. I just didn't want her investments to be only linked to higher education costs. So just wanted to make sure to touch on that in this show, because this is what teens are getting on track for, is potentially college, or hopefully just doing something to get themselves an additional skill set after high school, so that they can get on track to be able to develop their career path. So that's my thoughts on that. I just wanted to make sure that that was touched on. But like I've been saying, there's so many different elements to just having the understanding of the value of money, and not comparing yourself to what's going on at the neighbor's house, because we don't know the big picture. So I'm trying to show her and teach her about what my mindset is and what my budget is, and that's all. That don't get confused by a story, the cars and the clothes and the things that you see over there, because we don't know the whole story behind how is that being achieved. And do they have the things that I prioritize? Do the family members have life insurance? Do the parent, these are where I have to prioritize. My money has to get allocated to some things that I feel are priorities in our household, which might not be in someone else's. So,
Lisa, you impress me. I mean, just hearing what you just said, I've said several times, not on this channel, but on Points Blank Travel, I don't keep up with the Joneses. I am the Joneses. And I, I love what you just said, where don't get caught up in what you may see over there, because it could be a figment of your imagination. I'm not gonna even get in. I'm not gonna get deep into that. It's just the way you word stuff, and I've never heard you speak like this. Um, I need to collaborate with you more, because I hear
mhm.
I hear a different side of you when I collaborate with you than when I watch you by yourself.
Yeah.
And
I know. I mean, well, I can tell you offline about something else, but I do like to do some lives or some interviews sometimes, because I think it gives me a chance to just not be presenting my topic or talking about realty income, which is what I wanted to talk about today. I didn't get around to doing my
well,
video
you
because
can you can go ahead. We
no, we're not talking about realty income. We're supposed to be talking about the teens.
I
But
know, y'all.
this is when I
We
do
gonna
a
have to do this
show.
again. We're going to do this again, because I was half asleep, and man, I took a long nap,
Now, Rod, you in Texas. I'm on the East Coast. Maybe we can maybe do a little hour earlier. Is that too early for you? Because it's just a
No,
little late.
we can do 3 hours early if you want.
Yeah, because it's quarter after 10 for my neck of the woods. I don't know. You know.
I'm going to run through these quick little comments here. I see the
Okay.
Jay Jordan. I didn't know Jay Jordan, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Man, I don't know if you're from Pine Bluff. I don't know if you lived there. Yep, I went to UAPB. Uh, Grew up about 30 miles south of there. Thanks for your service, Rod. I appreciate you. Uh, there's an analyst that I follow. I will see that I will name the dividend. Collector, he's a veteran stay turned stock analyst that I think you should. I think you like his articles. He often mentions his military service. I'll check that out. I'll check that out. Man, oh my God, I thought I was done. um, y'all pray, y'all. I'm gonna go through these. I got to because my sister, she just pretty much let me know it's 10 o'clock. Right. Prayer said my 9-year-old son just learned how to read a chart. I can't even read a chart. Oh my God, I can't even read them. Uh, your favorite couple, man. That's my family there, Lisa. Make sure
Hmm.
you're checking them out. That is they we live about 25 minutes from each other in Dallas.
Oh,
Your
nice.
favorite couple, Shelton the Key, that is my family. Meet and I, everybody's rocking with Lisa J Stocks. Everybody's rocking with
Yeah.
it.
I'm probably subscribed to everyone you're mentioning. Don't think that I'm not. I'll be out in the community.
Oh, I see you. Oh, I see you. You be all up. We got. Now, do you know this?
But
Dude? Do you know
yes, I
this?
was.
Dude?
Yeah,
Do you
you guys did the 200 question interview the other night, right?
Do you know Slay? No, it wasn't no 200.
What
But
was the title of the show?
it was 20 questions. She said two. Sledge is my boy, man. Started my kid with Fidelity as well, man. And this, y'all, hey, Sledge, Lisa said 200 questions. Y'all, I got to get out of here, man. I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh Lord, have mercy. No, I ain't gonna be able to read all these, man.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. If I didn't read your comment, I apologize. Uh, and I owe Lisa an apology because I was knocked out, and I was like, oh man, I feel so
I
bad.
I'm gonna have to call you an hour before we go live. Make sure you're up there.
I know, man. I be knocked. Y'all don't know.
I'd
Uh,
be But thank you everyone for tuning in tonight, and thank you for everyone that shared us out also.
Rod is the man, great collab. No, Rod is the man, Lisa is the woman. Lisa is the woman, I'm telling you. So, hey, y'all, we're going to get off here. I'm not going to, Lisa, I'm not going to keep you behind after this. Uh, let, let's, let's, I'm going to let you pick the next topic. Can we do another collab? Can we do another collab and you pick the topic?
We have to plan. Okay, well, okay, yes,
She
yes,
said no. She said no. Rod, I ain't messing with you no more.
yes. We're gonna plan though. We're gonna have to have a little conference ahead of time.
All right. We can do that. We can do that. All right,
But
y'all. Well, hey, man, much love, y'all. It's your boy, Investing with Rod. It's your girl, Lisa J. Stocks. I don't know if I ever be able to be with Lisa again. She just kind of said that we'll have to plan. Um,
Rod, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm just saying
well,
we
you,
didn't talk
you,
about
you,
this.
You
We
hurt
didn't.
my feelings, Lisa. You hurt my feelings. I'm about to cry over here. You hurt my
Right,
feelings.
right. Don't start. Don't start.
You hurt. Hey, you see what Sled said? 200. Wow.
That's press.
All right. Hey, for real though, sis, no. Can you not fire me just yet? Can you give me one more chance? Just give me one more chance. One more chance. I won't be late the next time. I promise.
Rod, if you and I weren't friends, there wouldn't have been a second. There would have been a second thing going on. This is our second time up here together.
Y'all heard what she said. If we weren't friends, I wouldn't even have this opportunity. Y'all, I love this woman. Please, y'all, seriously, check out Lisa J Stocks. I know we're broadcasting on both channels. Check out Lisa J Stocks, man. She is phenomenal. And hopefully she won't fire me after the day. Hopefully. Lisa, you better not fire me.
Uh, okay.
Oh, she said, okay. All right then. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Much love, y'all. Peace.
Good night.
Good night.